Shalom, shalom, shalom. Barakatah to the Father of lights. Peace and blessings to the beloved Son and big brother to the kingdom, Yahweh Shai. All praises due. Peace and blessings, Royal House of David. I want to show y'all some videos today. Hope y'all ready, man. Right? This is what we've been gearing up for all this time. It's getting ready to go down. All right? So, like I said, I hope y'all ready. And I'm not saying this because I've been talking this for years, you know. Y'all been here. A lot of y'all been doubting my words from the beginning. Nothing's gonna happen. This ain't this. This ain't that. And if you ain't said it, you lived it. You've done things to compromise your faith. You've done things to compromise your salvation, because a lot of y'all are still trying to hang on to this old dead corpse of a world. You know what I'm saying? Well, here it is from the horse's mouth. I'm gonna show y'all some clips today. All right. Check this out.
The United States is nowhere near prepared for the dangerous multi-threat environment it's facing.
The public has no idea how great the threats are.
The homeland, if there's a conflict, is not going to be a sanctuary anymore. And the first attacks will likely be in the cyber domain, and they will be incredibly disabling.
The public is essentially clueless about the massive cyber attacks that could be launched any day by our adversaries, not just nation states, but rogue actors as well.
The report warns a cyber war with China or Russia would be devastating. America's critical infrastructure would come under attack, possibly cutting off power, water, transportation, and financial systems, and shutting down the supply chain. The report states major war would affect the life of every American in ways we can only begin to imagine. The United States is nowhere near prepared for the dangerous multi-threat environment.
Right? All right. Well, I got some more
Here
for
we
you.
go, Lebanon and Israel from...
Help yourself. I ordered gluten.
I got some more for you. Where is it at?
What happens if our seaports go on strike? The strike is set for October 1st.
All right,
so
hold on a minute. So,
what happens if our...
y'all know they're planning a strike this Friday, right? The seaports are going on strike. The longshoremen, the ones that work at the docks that bring in all the big metal containers that come in off the big rigs, all right, they going on strike. They want a 77% increase. I think I told y'all about this, but I'm going to refresh you if you weren't here. They're asking for a 77% increase on their wages. Now, these some greedy motherfuckers. They already make $50-something an hour, okay? They want to double that and be making $100 an hour. And they get all this overtime. I mean, they just, you know, they greedy, man. But nevertheless, they're going to do it. And when they do this, it locks up the docks, man. Nothing comes in without them because they refuse to load the box cars. So that means everything from water, fuel, lotion, syrup, whatever's imported, it's going to stay out there on the water. So that's 50% of the supplies that America goes on. I took my trip to the store yesterday. Got toilet paper, tissue paper, soap, whatever else, water, everything. Probably going again tomorrow. All right. But one thing that's going to suffer a lot is fuel, gas. So I advise you Friday to fill up. Now, it's going to be a rough ride for a while. This man getting ready to tell you what's going to happen. I say at least 4 weeks. And I'll get on that after he gets done talking, but I want him to have the floor right now. Because when I saw this video, I said, oh no, the body got to hear this. So y'all check it out.
Seaports go on strike. The strike is set for October 1st, so you better share this with everyone. Because if our ports close, everything we depend on closes with it. Let's talk about what would happen within the month of October. On day one, international fuel shipments are the first to feel the impact. Crude oil tankers stuck offshore means no new fuel entering refineries. By the end of the day, concerns spread across industries as gas stations, trucking companies, and airlines brace for immediate shortages. Everything from fuel to imported goods is at risk, but fuel becomes the most critical loss. By day 3, gas stations are starting to run dry and rationing begins. Prices surge as demand skyrockets. Without fuel, trucks can't deliver goods, and the first shortages show up in grocery stores. Businesses relying on imported oil like refineries scramble to maintain operations with whatever reserves they have left. The ripple effect starts to hit home. No fuel means no transportation, and without transportation, the flow of goods stop. Day 7. The energy crisis takes hold. Within the first week, the impact of fuel shortage deepens. Trucks, trains, and ships that move essential supplies across the country slow to a halt. Agriculture and manufacturing are crippled, unable to operate without fuel for machinery and transportation. Airlines begin canceling flights, and public transportation services are cut. Gas prices hit all-time highs as panic buying intensifies. By week 2, the power grid struggles and collapse looms. Power plants that rely on imported fuel start to struggle and blackouts spread as they ration what's left. People begin hoarding fuel and chaos erupts at the pumps. The stock market plummets as industries reliant on global supply chains begin to crumble. The economy falters and unemployment skyrockets as factories close and businesses shutter. By week 4, total breakdown of society. By the end of the month, the energy crisis and fuel shortages bring society to its knees. Cities erupt into fuel riots, and law enforcement is overwhelmed. With no fuel, food distribution collapses, and starvation becomes a real threat. Communities are left to fend for themselves as fuel reserves dry up completely, leaving transportation, emergency services, and the economy in ruins. Without ports, crude oil can't get in. Without crude oil, fuel can't be made. Without fuel, everything grinds to a halt. When the fuel stops, America stops. And just so we're clear, this can all happen within the month of October. AP out. What happens if our seaports go on?
Tell y'all, I got more to go to. The last time they had a fuel shortage, I was barely old enough to remember it, but I do. I was about 5.5 years old. And it's around 1975, maybe almost 76. They had a fuel shortage because this is how the petrodollar came into play. America got in bed with the Saudis so that they would never have to worry about fuel again. And they promised them military might and protection in return for that. But before that, America went through a fuel shortage in the 70s. This is where that movie Mad Max came into place. One of my favorite movies. I've watched all of them. Mad Max, The Road Warrior, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Fury Road, Furiosa. I watched all of them. Just watched Furiosa the other night. That was about a gas shortage. And these biker gangs and stuff started taking over, and they was killing people, man, for gas. All right, because without gas, you can't go anywhere. So when I was 5 years old, the lines was wrapped around the block because you had certain days where you could get gas. And if that wasn't your day, you couldn't get no gas. And I was in line with my father, and I seen them fighting in line. I could barely see over the dashboard. But, hey, man, I remember them fighting, man. They was fighting. These niggas. You know how niggas are. Fuck that, no, fuck that, I'm next. No, motherfucker, I'm next. I'm like, damn, why they fighting? I didn't understand then, I understand now. And we're getting ready to go back to that. But it didn't last that long, but it lasted long enough. But this time, oh, it's going to be indefinite. You heard what that man said, right? The whole month of October. Now, here's the thing. Every day that happens, it puts everything in reverse for about a week. So if they out for a whole month, America probably won't recover, man, at all. Now, I'm going to show y'all something else, okay? I'm going to show y'all something else.
So, okay, we have a big deal that's going on.
Not that one.
In this video, we have and what you are about ready to hear.
Nah, not that one. for another time.
Hey, TikTok. I'm pissed.
If I can find it.
Sinful man will not be reproved, meaning.
Nah. Okay, maybe it's this one.
So now they busting shots at
No. Trying to find it, y'all. Well, this is another one. All right. I'm gonna read it. Martial law unleashed. The military silent takeover. EBS alerts looming and redemption centers. Our last hope. The storm is here. America's streets are filled with military boots as a shadowy force tightens its grip on our nation. It is no drill. It's happening now. As martial law spreads across 360 cities, the question is, what's the end game? The purge begins, mass arrests and the fall of the deep state. Across the country, from California to New England, thousands of deep state operatives are being rounded up, over 15,000 in California, 8,600 in the Northeast. These aren't just numbers, they're the first wave of justice. The military presence isn't just for show, it's a calculated move to cleanse the nation of those who have betrayed us. Human trafficking rings are being dismantled, and children are being rescued in horrifying numbers. Navy SEALs storming an oil tanker off San Francisco saved 433 kids. It's just the beginning. The horrors they've uncovered will shock you to your core. Martial law, your city could be next.
America is going to have a crash that will make.
I'm going to show y'all it was one video in particular I'm looking for. No, that's not it. It tells what's going to happen on October 1st. Yeah, here it is. Check it out. That's what I was telling y'all.
So, I know someone that works at the port, and you can fact check this. They're about to go on strike, as they did in the 70s. They're 5 days away from striking. So, share this. You might want to hit the grocery store or Walmart or something, just in case, because the last time they struck, they stayed gone for 44 days. Could you imagine what that will do to our stores? And all the information you can Google. So, just trying to help out a little bit, just in case.
Yeah. It's everything that has been prophesied is coming to pass. All right, everything. October 1st, October 1st, the United States corporation is dead. All right, it's dead. The Republic moves in, and they have to be in what do you call it? The money now has to be backed by gold. I'm I'm gonna see if I can find that. All right, check it out. Check this one out here. Listen real good.
Found it, America. We found their playbook. You got a minute? Check this out. Cloward-Piven, the strategy being used against America. All right, here we go. The Cloward-Piven strategy was developed by Professors Richard Cloward and Francis Piven during the 1960s. In their strategy, Cloward and Piven outlined a plan to implement monumental changes in America by abusing the nation to the point of destruction. Rather than dismissing this radical idea, the left has chosen to largely adopt the strategy and assist in its materialization. Primary objective of this strategy is to create chaos with the hopes of destroying America's capitalist economy and replacing it with a socialist system that includes guaranteed incomes for their malicious dreams to come to fruition. Cloward and Piven recommends massive drives to recruit the poor into welfare roles. However, this is not because they are altruists. Rather, they are Antichrist. The point of surging welfare claims is to enroll as many individuals as it takes to send the United States into an economic crisis. Cloward and Piven specifically mentioned targeting America's large cities for their colossal welfare push, and Cloward and Piven put it, a series of welfare drives in large cities would, we believe, impel action on a new federal program to distribute income. The duo also asserts that conditions on benefits such as work requirements are violations of civil liberties through the nation and a presented oppression of the poor. Guys, this is just a tip of the iceberg of this report that I just come across, and holy camole. Find this report, read it.
See that? So, let me tell y'all what the game is. The banks are going to be shutting down. All of this docks locking up, all that's by design. I'm going to tell you why. All this is what's going to be used to implement the mark. The mark is nothing more than a universal basic income. That's all it is, a UBI, universal basic income. Let me explain. Once the banks crash, once the fuel stops, it's going to be chaos. Man is going to begin to feed on man. All right. It's going to be like the purge, 24/7 though, not for no 12 hours. They're going to deploy UN troops here. All right. They're already here. They just have to activate them. That's their excuse. Once they've taken everything from society and they start rioting and acting up and showing out, then they're going to deploy the troops. Now, that's that time of trouble. See? And that's when they're going to start busting heads and shooting people and killing them. All right? That's that time of trouble. And it's not going to just be here in California or New York or Chicago or whatever. It's going to be all over. Because when they shut this thing down, when they give that gridlock, when the food shortages come, water shortages, everything, this is when everybody's going to see just how wicked these people really are. Now, after a time, what they're going to do, once they've rounded everybody up, they did enough fighting and killing, those that are left, you're going to have a choice. You're going to either get with the program, all right, and join the beast system. And this is why the booyah was put out there. It's to put you in a position where you really can't say no. So if you booyah'd up, you can't say no. Can't. I mean, you can, but as time goes on, you're going to get, your health is going to decline. And once that happens, you know, you're going to need that UBI to have any type of medical benefits. If you don't have that, then you just asked out. So the thing is, the funny part is the ones that's concocting all of this shit think they're going to be exempt. See, this is their whole new system that they got planned. That's why the scripture says, when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall come upon them, and they shall not escape. See, on the 22nd of October, the BRICS goes online as the world currency. It's already done. The American dollar ain't shit now. It's done. It's over with. Saudi Arabia just now adopted BRICS as the new currency for buying oil. Now, what does that say in 2nd Esdras 6 and 9? It says that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of the world to come. Esau ain't no fucking white man. Keep telling you ignorant motherfuckers that. Esau is the Saudi Arabians. So, once that's done, once the killing and shooting and fighting and stabbing start, well, that's the time of trouble. So, what does the Bible have to say about that? Let's go to Daniel chapter 12.
What's going on? They say
Daniel 12. And 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that is found written in the book. So, if you're written in the book, that means you're a part of this body. If you're not a part of this body, you can bend over and kiss your ass goodbye. All right? You will be in the wilderness. You will be out there fighting for your life. You will be out there starving. All right? Dodging clans and hordes and militias and people that are going to take your shit. Don't believe me? Let me get some scripture on it. This is Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? So he's telling those right now that are rebels what to expect when the day of the Lord starts. So it's starting now. When they shut these docks down, all right? When they shut these docks down, that's gonna be it. Once the supply goes out, that there's no more reason for anybody to act like they got no sense. Now, once all that's done, then, like I say, they're gonna round up everybody and they're gonna give them a chance to get on the new system, which is Fed Now. And Fed Now is this. Let's go to Revelations. Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, and the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him understand. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now we know from reading the book of the prophet Nathan that that's the mark of Solomon, when Solomon broke the Israelites down to mere animals using money. All right, beasts are people who will do anything for money. This is why a lot of y'all got booyah'd up, because you were so afraid. Oh, if I don't do it, I'm gonna lose my job. How am I gonna feed my family? Well, this was the time that you were supposed to trust in the Most High to protect you. And if you did that, I know he did. He didn't let you down. He kept you from all hurt, harm, and danger. He made sure you was eating. He made sure you had a roof over your head. So if you did that, all praises. If you didn't, and you buckled and caved in, he that seeks to save his life shall lose it. He that loses his life for my sake, the same shall find it. So if you did that, sorry to say, you fucked up. And you fucked up bad. So now that they done booyah'd you up, and it's in you now. It's in you. Can't get rid of it. Guess what? They own you. They own you. They own you. All right? No way out. So, that being said, the only way out, one way out, you would have to refuse that system, and you have to take your lumps, and you would have to give your life for this truth. That's the only way. If you don't do that, and you get marked up, that's it for you. That's it. You are on your way to hell. So, scary times ahead. Scary times, because shit getting ready to get real this weekend. Real fast. All right? Oh, and I know what y'all thinking. Well, what about you? You're on dialysis. You're going to have to do it. Bullshit. Bullshit. See, this is where the supernatural kicks in. This is where the turn up kicks in. This thing I've been talking about for years. I ain't going to be on no dialysis. I ain't going to need no dialysis. All right? That Micah chapter 4 and 13 is going to come into play. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion. I will make your horn iron and your hooves brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. All right? 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. All right? The mortal must put on immortality, and the corruptible must become incorruptible. So don't worry about me. I'm going to be peachy and creamy. You need to worry about yourself and what your position is with the Most High. If you've been hanging on, if you've been holding your faith, if you've been praying, if you've been staying close to the Most High no matter what, through money shortages, through people fucking with you, through being lonely, through being frustrated, through being angry, through being isolated, if you've hung on, all praises. This is not an easy walk. All right? But if you're one of the ones that buckled and got reattached to this world, I feel bad for you. All right? I feel bad for you. Let me give you a precept. This is all right. 2 Peter 2 and 21. You know what? Let me get a verse 20. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Hamashiach Yahushai, they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of the righteous, way of righteousness, than after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is returned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. So if you was part of this channel, part of this house, you knew the truth, you heard it, and you still took your stupid ass back out there, ain't nothing else left for you, man. All right? So imminent destruction is at hand. All right? So been warning y'all and talking till I'm blue in the face, and that's not easy to do as black as I am. So if your ass ain't been listening, then it's to your demise. But I pray that you have. I want to give all praises to the Father of Lights, Yahweh, and the beloved Son, Yahweh Shai, son and big brother to the kingdom. All praises, peace and blessings to the royal house. Stay faithful to the throne. See y'all in the next go round. KD out. Shalom.